Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Good morning, farmers. We are well rested and feel strong again. We are hungry, I do believe. Yeah, we're down to 15. So let's have, we'll just have one of these. And that's 40. That sounds good. There we go. Fully rested, full of food, up and at 'em, ready to go. If we look at our forecast for today, it's very good. It's a Monday. Tomorrow, it's rain. But hopefully today is the day we'll finish all of our harvest. Before I do anything, though, I want to check the price of canola. Today it's $6.33 because I'm trying to keep track of that. And this is a Monday. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, about a couple episodes ago, we were wondering what day is the best price to sell canola. Does it change as the week goes? The price will change every day, but when the week cycles around, the price is the same every Monday, every Tuesday, so on and so forth. So Saturday, the price was $6.63. Sunday was $6.41. Today it's $6.33. I think the soy price is probably down and the pea price is not as great either. But today everything's going to go. Everything's being sold. We're harvesting. We only got one more field to harvest. And then we got to hire everyone to hopefully get most of the stuff done today. So what do we have for jobs? Transport, spicy pumpkin soup. Well, 2 spicy pumpkin soups. Fix a building? Spicy pumpkin soup. Everyone wants spicy pumpkin soup. I'll tell you what, they want 9 of them, so this should be a pretty good social job to kind of start the day with. And then we'll get working on harvesting our last field for the year? Yeah, for the year. And then, anyone here? They are at the house, right? Yeah, okay, they're here somewhere. Ah, they're all over here. So we'll get all the fields prepped, and this could be the last episode before we fast forward to September and do. Nice sunglasses, dude. New style.
Hi there.
Yeah. So
good afternoon, friend.
It's morning. Yeah. Until we fast forward until the fall.
Is there something I can help you with?
For planting canola.
I am dying for some pumpkin soup. Care to buy it for me?
Why do the NPCs sound a little bit louder today than normal?
Sounds good. I'll take care of this.
And we'll wait here for a second.
Thank you. Here's something for you.
Thank you. Somebody says 1,000 social points, $500-ish. Good way to start the day. Alright, so we're going to hop on down here. There's our harvester. We'll hook that up. Alright, so what is done and not done here? Plowed. So I gotta hire someone to cultivate that. And then, let's see, that's plowed and 79% cultivated. What? Why isn't what? Cultivated. Why is this only 79% cultivated? Does anyone know? 100, 100. Well, I'll hire someone to cultivate it again. I may have clicked on the map at some point and accidentally fired someone. Didn't know it. That's fine, I guess. 100, 100. These are things I gotta check today, because like I said, today should be the last day before we fast forward to September, so I just gotta make sure everything is all set to go. So while I'm also doing this, I think all these fields are fine. I think the rest are fine. I can double check the rest of the fields around the farm later on, maybe off camera or something. No sense in me sitting here watching me do this, but I'm doing it as we speak, so what does it matter at this point? So there was a post by the devs today, as I'm recording this, on a Friday. You're seeing this on a Monday, that they've actually spoken, but what they've actually said is not really telling us much, really. I'll get to it in a second here, because I'm too busy reading the screen here. Yeah, looks like we're pretty much good to go here. How much have I got in here? 7,000. Alright, so we will get busy harvesting a bit. Lower down the header. So basically, I just got to sell our grain today and harvest this field. Is the plan. So yeah, the devs, well, one of the developers posted on Steam a little couple paragraphs about the game itself, and really after I read it twice, and it was like, okay, so you guys, it seems like you're giving us a lot of information, but really you gave us no information, kind of a thing. Even someone else did post in there. It's like, this post is nothing more than smoke and mirrors, which is, I kind of agree with him in a way, but there is one thing that's on there, but after reading it, that sentence again, I'm like, well, okay, well, that doesn't really say anything. Let me just stop the combine so I can actually read here. It ain't going to take me too long to go over this. So the first paragraph is pretty much saying, sorry, they've been quiet, blah, 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 winter break, everyone deserves a break, so on and so forth. Then he goes on to say, let's talk about the most recent questions. Which updates are coming? So we are currently evaluating and we'll let you know very soon which additional features and machines will make it into the game until the full release. Unfortunately, we cannot implement all the great ideas we receive. However, we are always grateful for your ideas and wishes, which are very valuable input for the development. So they said, they're basically saying they're evaluating if they'll put any additional features in, but they can't say which ones, if any, really. So in other words, maybe nothing. Or maybe something. Just a whole bunch of maybes. And then they go on and said, when will the game finally be released for console and PC? Farmers Dynasty will certainly be available during the course of 2019. So a while ago they said, you know, March, April. Now they're just saying sometime in 2019. But didn't they say the full release was going to come out in 2018? Didn't they say that, like, you know, middle of last year? That, oh yeah, full release in 2018. That didn't happen, so now we're in 19. But they said will certainly be available during the course of 2019. So I don't know if we should stick to what they said on Facebook when they said, oh yeah, it'll be in the springtime, early summer. We will announce a concrete date in due course, as we are planning for a full parity release, meaning PC and console at the same time. We're currently also busy preparing the game to the various console platforms. And then they go on to say why there's such few licensed vehicles and machines in the game. We pay great attention to the gameplay elements, the realistic control of the machines, and optimal physics. Original licenses are of course very important to us, as we are constantly working on acquiring these partners to include their vehicles and machines into the game. You can certainly look forward to discovering more machine brands in Farmers Dynasty in the future. Now see, a lot of people can read that and say, okay, so we're going to expect some licensed machines in the game pretty soon. It just says you can expect it in the future. That could be 5 years from now. So, I mean, that line there is very vague. Okay, so, I mean, I would assume by that they are trying to work on getting some licensed vehicles into the game. We hope that you've been able to answer your questions and look forward to presenting you our next update soon. Now, at the beginning of the whole statement, I kind of forgot to say they're going to try to give us updates every week of what they're doing, and whatnot. But that's pretty much what they said. Like, it sounds like they're giving us this information, but really it's all vague information. The only thing I kind of caught my eye a little bit, it says for release sometime in 19. When someone first asked them, they said March. And then they said Q2, and now they're saying that, well, sometime in 2019, which gave me a big question mark, because I think I was like, I want to say like May or June last year, when they said this will be the last update before full release is soon. And then someone asked them, they said, yeah, release will be in the fall of 2018. And that came and went. Yeah. So here we are 19 now. Sometime in 19. I don't know. But licensed brands would be nice. I giggled a little bit though when they said they're trying to focus on, making sure the physics and all that are well. And I'm trying to think, how many times I've taken a tractor or the combine and going straight, running it straight downhill? I have yet, and I don't know if it's even possible, to flip or rotate over a vehicle. Like I hate to compare it to Farming Simulator, but in Farming Simulator, like even 2019, you can flip your tractors and vehicles over. Now, is Farming Simulator really that realistic? No, because a lot of times, I've only done it twice playing 19, where one time I tried to see if it could flip over, and when it does flip over in Farming Simulator 19, for the most part, it can almost rotate itself back on all four wheels or tracks or whatever. I'm not going to say Farming Simulator has great physics either, but I'm pretty sure they do it to be more arcadey-like. But anyways, we're here for Farmer's Dynasty. But yeah, so I guess we'll have to wait and see in a week's time if they do post anything. They said they're going to post once a week, so we shall see. Let me park this. Like right here. Put the pipe out, and now we go sell our soy. No, that's the wrong button for this game. We're over here. And yeah, 16,000 liters of soy. So today is also the last day we give our wife a chance to manage the greenhouse, which I'm beginning to think that the game, I don't know. In the last update it says the wife will take care of the greenhouse, or it says wife/kid will take care of the greenhouse after a few days. Well, it's been, I think we're going, this is like the 10th day, I do believe, somewhere around there. And so we're just going to take care of the greenhouse today when we get back, whether it's done or not. Because if I got to wait 10 days, if I got to wait 10 days for her at least to take care of the greenhouse, at some point I would have checked the greenhouse by now anyways. Well, I would have checked it. I don't go more than one day without checking it, really. So, if I got to wait this long for her, I'm going to notice it by then. Alright, let's make some cash. But also someone wrote in that post by the developer that they hope that when they add more vehicles into the game, because I think you definitely need more vehicles and farming equipment. We need more choices, and I think they need to change the way we buy vehicles. It's kind of nice when you get, I thought it was nice at first when you get to the store that the vehicles are outside. You can kind of see them like you would at a real dealership. But I think they kind of need to do it to where you can also like go into a store catalog and order it, and maybe it'll take like a day or two to show up, which maybe some people may not like. But I think like if you order it through it, go to the store, you can get to the catalog, order it, and they'll say, oh yeah, your tractor will arrive here. And if they don't have it on the store lot, it'll take like a couple days to get here. Or you go to one store and say, well, we don't have it, but our other store in the town of Old Wheatford has it, or our store in Lakeside, is it Lakeside? Yeah, our store in Lakeside has it, and you have to go to that store. That'd be kind of interesting. This game does have a lot of potential. It's a good game. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a terrible game, even though I'm kind of being like a negative Nancy right now with some of their posts. But for me, I thought it was, I think it's a really good game, but it does need improvements. There's a lot of buildings here that still need to be fixed, and it's a shame that we can't fix all the buildings that they have in the game. I mean, they got, as we know, we can fix buildings. I also know why we just can't fix the, certain buildings. I mean, there's a building right there with a hole in the roof. Why haven't I got the quest to go ahead and fix that building? Looks like this field is ready to be plowed, cultivated, so we'll hire someone to cultivate this field. Yeah, so this will be the last day before we fast forward to like September 10th, so today's the 20th. So we're going to skip about 20 days. Well, you'll be skipped 20 days. I'll have to go on through it. So next episode should be somewhere around September 10th. And we'll start hiring people to seed everywhere. We'll be fertilizing and seeding some ourselves, because we do have 40 fields? 45. Oh, is this? Sorry, I went quiet there for a second. So I was reading that page, and it said I got one field ready for harvest, which is because I'm harvesting it right now. And I had 2 barren fields. I'm like, where do I got 2 barren fields? I'm like, and then it hit me. I'm like, oh yeah, our parking lot, our fields that are empty. But I was kind of hoping for an update sometime soon. I was hoping that maybe they were fixing. Geez, there's a barn right in front of us that could use a lot of work, couldn't it? Wow, there's a lot of holes in that roof. I mean, I know I've said this before, like repairing buildings, I think we should also be able to upgrade buildings. Because, I mean, you can repair buildings without material. I think NPC should ask us, like, hey, we don't like the slate roof on our barn. Can you put, like, shingles on it or something like that? And that job can be repeated. You can get the job back saying, hey, we don't want shingles on the roof. We want a tin roof, or, that's something they could put into the game. I don't want to say it's easy to do it, because my coding is very limited on PCs and whatnot. So I'm not going to say here it's easy, but it should be able to be done. Yeah, just look at that barn in front of us. That could use some repair. So our goal, like I said, did I really have a goal for the end of this year? Not really. I think I kind of just reached out and said, well, $3 million by the end of this season. And you may be looking like $3 million. You're not even close to it. Well, that was before I started saying, well, we're just going to buy fields now. We just started buying fields everywhere. Oh, yeah, I got to hire a worker for next to us here. Right here. Can I hire someone to cultivate that, please? Thank you. And hoping the next update that they kind of fix, I do as we all know, I got a problem hiring harvesters down in this town. They harvest the crops, but we don't get the cash for it. But if it doesn't get fixed, then I'm not going to restart a save game, because I want to say I'm on year 4. This might be year 4. I'm going to say it's year 4 that I'm in. Maybe 3. At least 3. 3 or 4. I don't know. There's no way to actually keep track of what year you're in. I want to say I went a year and a half before I got married, and then it took about a year. Yeah, so this is probably definitely year 4. Who parked that trailer there? So inconvenient. I'm interested to see when April 1st rolls around. Is Timmy going to be still in the crib? I'm going to say 75% chance that he is. Even though he's supposed to be in there for 2 years. But then again, if you saw the episode where my wife told me she's pregnant and the next day, boom, Timmy's in the crib, I'm like, well, okay. Thanks, honey. I think I would have noticed you were pregnant, you know, a day before you gave birth, but that's fine. She hit it pretty well. And there's our wonderful helpers finishing up those fields. In a little while, I'm going to hire someone to plow this field. Well, it's just about time to hire the guy to come plow. And then I realized my trailer's in the way, and since I got to come over, I think what we'll do is unload the combine. We'll park our tractor and trailer on our nice big field just across the way here. Yeah, because we're 60% done harvesting the field already, so not too bad. We should be able to fit the rest of it in the combine very easily. Let's go ahead and put this guy over here. Make sure we're out of the way. Stare at the ground for a second, you know, checking the soil composition for the next seeding. That's what I'm doing. Getting a little hungry. You just ate like 4 hours ago, dude. This guy is not like me, that's for sure, because I can go quite a ways in between eatings. Anyways, that's beside the point. Yes, plow the field, sir. We will turn on the header and make sure. I mean, we should have no problem staying ahead of the guy, the worker. Now, this field did have fertilizer on it. Okay. He's calculating where to start, and he's going to start there, apparently. Somewhere. So like I said, I think when I finished harvesting, what's the fuel? 92% fuel. I think we're just going to leave the harvester down here until next year. Just because, like I said, this is the area that I seem to have problems hiring workers for harvesters. So if I want to harvest anywhere to begin in the springtime, this is where I'll probably start. And then we can hire all the workers around the farm to harvest around there. But like I said, I think when springtime comes, we'll start probably on the east side hiring workers. We're going to have 5 or 6 fields over there? Okay, one field I don't even really want to call it a field because I think it's only like 0.3 hectares. So, but yeah, the fields on the east side, we'll hire them to harvest over there. And then it'll rotate to like the northwest part of the map. They can harvest those fields. And our goal, the only next goal I have is when springtime comes, I want to have $1 million harvest. That'd be kind of fun to reach that milestone there, I think. Yeah, $1 million. Well, that's the wrong button. $1 million harvest. What do we got now? So not even 2.6 million. Yikes. I really think if we didn't buy fields, I probably would have reached $3 million, but it's just money in the bank. I don't get no extra points for having it in there. Although I'm supposed to get better social status with people by having more money and more social points, but that doesn't really seem to. I don't think that is really working in the game. Because you think I'd be friends with everyone at this point. The amount of jobs I've done for people, the amount of social points and money we have, I can't really do much more to be friends with everyone. And really, with the money we have, I probably could buy the rest of the fields on the map. Right now, there's probably 40 more fields I think I could buy. Someone did post a map out there and put numbers to their fields. And they show that there was something like 82, I want to say 82 fields on the map. And I looked at them like, there's not 80 fields. I started looking at the map. I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe there is. Because he had them all numbered. I was like, wow, I didn't think there was that many. There he is. So where did my worker go? So after we harvest this, we're going to take the peas on up to the sell point, sell them right away. We'll get the combine off the field so the guy can finish plowing. And once he gets finished plowing, I'll hire someone to cultivate it, which will probably be done off camera because, well, I'm not doing it, and so nothing to record there. Yeah, we're just harvesting it. We're going to go sell. And I might as well leave our trailer down here as well. I might even leave the tractor down here. No, the tractor I will take back. The trailer I will leave down here. The trailer goes where the combine goes. But the tractor I'll take back because I'm going to need it to fertilize and seed. I could use the wife's tractor, but I'll probably be using both tractors once we get to seeding and fertilizing. And I would assume it's going to take about maybe 2, maybe 3 episodes to seed and fertilize everything. But like I said, I'm going to hire workers galore to help me seed. Especially the further away they are from the farm. I'm definitely hiring people to do that. We will probably just do the ones around the farm ourselves. And most of the fields are pretty well, some are already fully fertilized, some are half fertilized, meaning they have the slurry down or the cow manure. And really spreading fertilizer doesn't take too long. Yeah, we got plenty of room in the combine to finish off this field here. I don't know why I'm doing all 4 corners now. It's not worth it doing these little strips here. So really, this farmer is going to take a break for about 20 days. Something that we haven't done in a while, if at all. I've taken a break for a day or 2. I mean, there was times we're not doing farm work, or we're just going around doing social jobs, which doesn't take up much of your day, really. I mean, at the most, it takes up like 3 or 4 hours. But I definitely don't plan on doing any social jobs between now and September. We got our social points. We got the money. We're just here to take care of our fields at this point. Of course, after I finish selling off these peas in a little bit, we're probably going to go sell some spicy pumpkin soup down in Lakeside, where those 2 jobs were. They're probably not next to one another right now. And this pretty much concludes the summer harvesting. Or would this be considered the fall harvesting? Because usually you can get 3 cycles of harvesting in a year. You got your spring harvest, which we call spring cleaning. And then I guess you got your summer harvest, which would be like June, July-ish. Somewhere around there. So I guess August would be kind of considered the fall harvest, even though it's only August. I wouldn't call August fall. It's kind of summer still, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, we're going to park our combine probably right alongside that house right there. I think that'd be a good place for it. We got the correct header because canola takes this header here. We're not planting no corn. Actually, we got a good amount of peas, don't we? Yeah, so the only field that we're waiting on to finish up is the one that he's plowing, and we're just working in now. So we're going to let him finish. When he finishes, I'll hire someone to cultivate it. And before you know it, it will be September 10th. That's my goal. I'm not going to sleep a week. I've heard too many horror stories. When you sleep a week, it kind of, speaking of games, I should save. I haven't saved it all yet today. Alright, let's go make some cash. What I am going to do, though, when I'm skipping these days up ahead, I will keep an eye on the canola prices. And I'll update you in the next episode. Like I said, it should be September 10th. I'll update you in the next episode how the canola prices have fared. And see if they're constant for each day of the week. And if I find out they're not, I should know by the first Saturday. If we get to next Saturday and the price isn't the same as I got written down, then there's no rhyme or reason to the pricing. It's just a RNG pricing system that they kind of use. William, want to take care of your cows? So like I said, we're going to sell this. I think I'm going to bring the trailer back on down next to the combine somewhere, or drop it off. Yeah, you know what? I'll just bring it with us back to the farm. Put it in our parking area. I don't want to leave all of our equipment just strewed about on the map. This was a great addition to the game, though, this trailer. This sure was worth it as far as I'm concerned. I think we're going to be just short of 2.6 million when this sells. One thing I wish Farmers Dynasty would do is do some more texturing on the map, because there's like a lot of gray and silver on the map. I would like to be able to paint the inside of our house as well. Come on, 2.6. How much do I got left in the trailer? I can't see exactly. 2.6? Ah, 2.6 million. But that's gonna when September comes, yeah, we're gonna drop below that for sure, because we're gonna hire all those workers, which cost money, and we'll be seeding and fertilizing. So yeah, that price, our money's gonna go down just back below 2.6 million, but that's fine. We will easily drive into a post. Don't read and drive, kids. Do not read and drive. So let's head on back to the farmhouse. We'll collect the stuff out of the greenhouse. That's how much confidence I have in my wife to finally have collected it. Looks like our trailers are trying to make a pyramid or something. I don't know what they're doing. I don't think I parked them that way, but maybe I did. Who knows? 74% fuel. I think that's good enough for now. Park this under here. And, yep, greenhouse. Time to collect it. It's going to really suck for sure. Because they've been sitting here for a while. The way anyone would work a greenhouse is you get up on the table and collect them that way. And really, I'm going to plant pumpkins once again. Because one, I don't have any in storage. And it seems like most people... Actually, I'll probably go some pumpkin, some tomato. Because some people want tomatoes. Yeah, so we only got 304 pumpkins. Not a great haul. I mean, I got plenty of seeds for everything. So we're going to use these. And we'll plant, like I said, half pumpkin, half tomato. No one really cares about the zucchini. I think it's zucchini, isn't it? I didn't pay attention. I think that's what it is. All look good. Yeah, it is zucchini. So now we'll grab the tomato seeds. Go ahead and plant all these here. And I'm hoping I can harvest these before the end of the season. And then I can plant some more again. When spring comes, they'll be fine. So I'm going to do this now, even though it doesn't really need to be. Only because I'm going to be skipping some days, 20 days. So I'll have to keep an eye on the greenhouse in between now and then. The wife is not cooking. The wife is over there. So I'm going to go inside. Let me just come on over here. 304 I can make. Is that all? This is the way to make some money right here. Now, for sure, the way the cooking is. You don't have to sit there and press 1, 1, 1, 1 all the time. The wife, you know, since I probably should talk to her because, like I said, I'll be skipping some time and she won't really get up
Darling?
before I skip the day.
Good evening, dear.
Is there something you need, darling?
I'm so used to asking for help, I clicked on
not at the
number 3.
moment.
I think your wife should be
Hello,
asking
beauty.
for help once
so
in a while.
nice to see you.
That's so sweet. You are really nice.
And the one thing, devs, if you do
Hi,
watch
sugar.
this, can I stay in the dialogue
Good evening, dear.
instead of having to say hello 3 times?
Nice to see you, love. How are you?
I'm perfect, darling. Thank you.
Well, she seems happy. No news from her. I don't expect her to say she's pregnant because our crib is occupado at the moment. So, yeah, these jobs are not really worth it. 2 and 3, we're talking like maybe $200 per. So, I'm going to hang on to my spicy pumpkin soup, and they can wait. They can go to the store and get their own. I think I'm going to relax for the rest of the day. What time is it? It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm not going to do nothing for 20 days. I'm going to sit right here in this bench and enjoy the view and watch my neighbors come over and fish off. Well, I don't want to say it's our pond, but since it's next to our property, I'm going to say it's our pond. Since our cow slurry, there's a little river leaving our cow slurry, and that river's running down into the pond. I'm going to have to name that our pond. Anywho, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always, and I'll see you on September 10th. But until then, have a good one.